So we've bitten the bullet already, and we've taken a look at the Harley that we bought, the Street Bob, and there's a couple of things that we've needed to do to change on that to get it so that it's a comfy bike for rental. So we're down here at Harley Davidson and they're just doing a few alterations. The first thing being a backrest, because we're going to use this bike for a lot of pillion riding, and they're going to want a backrest on it for sure. So we're going to get that done first of all. Once the backrest is on, they're going to change those foot pegs, because the foot peg position, for me, I've been riding bikes a long time, and those foot pegs was just not in a good position at all. Hi guys, all right? We're just in the Harley workshop here with the guys, and they've already got them on. Look, they look so much better, and to be fair, they just look normal. It's where they should be, I would have thought. The other position that was very much like a Sportster, and on the Sportster your knees are right up, so they're just getting them done there. That's going to look so much better and will be a much better. Hi guys, you alright? Mucho mejor, huh? Sí, ese no normal aquí, huh? So even the Harley mechanics, right, and he's a good mechanic, he is, right? They even know they shouldn't be there. So it's definitely an after sale that they need. Nice shopper down here today. Look at that. That looks fantastic. Paintwork on that is incredible. Gone of them days when they're riding stuff like that, I'm afraid. Right then, onwards and upwards. You know what? That's a different bike now. Absolutely different bike. That is so much better. Seating position is great. Obviously, we put this on more for the pillions and the passengers when you're renting it out. But look at that. And people were talking to me about, oh, you put forward controls on them, you're not going to be able to do the corners and all that. It's a load of bollocks, right? That is bollocks, because your forward controls on a Harley Davidson grew on them. They should be on them. And they're high anyway, look. They're high. So I've got the Joe King helmet on today, because when you're not on the road glide, my German helmet tries to rip my neck off, so that ain't no good. But these Joe King helmets are perfect, low profile, nice bit of velvet inside. Gone for sale in the speed shop if you're over in Tenerife. We've got a nice range of Joe King there. But look, this is now available for rental, guided tours. Great bike, loads of power in this. 114 engine, same as a road glide, but in a bobber. Now, I'm telling you, that's powerful. But I'm going to put this bike through the paces a bit today. I'm going to do a little bit of motorway work to get me up onto the TF28, which we know, if you've looked at my previous videos, that the TF28 is just, it's that curvy and twisty, it makes you feel sick by the time you get off it. But we're going to put this Street Bob to the test and see if this myth about forward controls is just a myth. We've also got to run the bike in, because it's still only done 300 kilometres, so we get a few more kilometres on it that way. Okay, right, let's get going. Right, well, that's the motorway work done, and take a look at this now, right? Now, this is why Tenerife is such a jewel, because that's what we're going to head into now. So we're going to get onto the TF28, which, if any YouTubers are watching, right, doing all the bikes and all that, I'll tell you what, I've got a challenge for you, right? Come over and we'll give you a bike and you ride the TF28 at a constant 60-ish mile an hour from start to finish without stopping. And if you don't want to puke at the end of it, we'll give you a t-shirt, but you get the bike for the day, won't you? You get the bike for the day. So YouTubers, call out to you all. Anybody who does bike riding videos, anything like that, come and do the TF28 challenge. We have a TF28 challenge for you, right? You get the bike for the day. You don't have to pay anything, but you've got to ride the TF28 from start to finish non-stop without feeling sick, without feeling a little bit pure. never stops amazing me, this place. I mean, we've had this heavy Kalima over here for the last few days. But take a look at this. Loads of wind farms now here, but we are, I think, pretty much about 90% self-contained on the island with energy. Most of it coming from renewables, and the other bit coming from Harley Davidson's. Look at this beaut. So I've just put it through the paces regarding the forward controls and the curves, and if you just looked at the mapping software, then you'll see there's plenty of curves on that TF28, and that's the new challenge, you know, the TF28 challenge. So if you're a YouTuber and you're motorcycling and you're doing videos and you've got a good amount of followers, get in touch with us and come and do the TF28 challenge. If you can do it non-stop within, let's say, about 3 hours, no stops, you don't feel sick afterwards, we're going to give you a t-shirt and you ain't going to have to pay for the bike. But look, this is now on the books at Easy Rider. It is the Street Bob. It is the 114 Milwaukee engine, and we've changed a little bit. We've added the backrest so that pillions can be comfortable, and we've also now changed the foot peg position because those pegs on it was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's funny how all the hardware's already there to mount these pegs on, but they're much better, and the bike is nice. So what do I think of the Street Bob overall? Well, if I was reviewing the bike, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10, to be honest. It's a little bit small for me, and I've got quite used to riding the road glide, so I'm used to a big bike round me. But for this, for nipping round the town, I don't know, I've just done 100 kilometres, no problem whatsoever. You know, it's a breeze to ride. It's got the digital display on, this is quite nice, and it's got this new kind of, I don't know, it reminds me of the old Hammerite, you know, but it looks all right. It looks pretty cool, to be fair. I like the front gaiters. Braking on Harleys has come a long way. It is so much better than what it used to be. Twin caliper brake on the front there. Belt drive, all nice. All kind of this Hammerite-y kind of finish on the engine. I suppose it's better than cleaning loads of chrome all the time. Stock bog standard exhaust system. We won't be changing that. That'll be staying on there. Just really down to the fact that it's not worth it personalising the bike too much because it is a work bike at the end of the day. Standard 114, that won't be changing. There'll be no stage 1 or 2 kits or anything like that going on it. It'll all be the same. So it'll be a standard bike out of the factory, and you can see it is brand new and it's ready for you to come and ride. I think it's a nice bike. It rides nice. Corners very well, handles fine. 2 people on this can have a great time. Yeah, 2 people. Don't know if I like that digital dash setup. I'm not sure. I was just coming up a really steep incline then, and that seemed to go a bit wild. So no, jury's out on that one. I do like to have a clock really that I can see, and I know what's going on, and I know what's going on with it. So apart from that, it's all good. It's Harley Davidson. You know, you get what's on the side of the tank. Harley Davidson. And for me, stick me on a Harley anywhere in the world, I'll be happy. It's my kind of bike. Stick me in surroundings like this with a Harley Davidson, and I can get lost for days. Look at it. So I'm going to go and play in them mountains, and we'll get this now up onto the website. You can book this bike. You can get it for motorcycle tours. You can do it for rentals. Just carry a hefty price tag on the security. There is a €2,000 security tag on this bike, and that is just basically because if you drop it, it's going to be a proper ball ache for me to sort it all out. So put a big price tag on it, so don't drop it. Obviously, we don't take all of that. unless the damage is more than that, but you got to do some damage on it really. It's just really to make sure that people who take the bikes look after them properly, don't do stupid things on them. We still get people coming back, and we've got trackers on all the bikes, and they've been burning out on the tyres and that, and it just comes off the security deposit. So that's the sort of thing we try and prevent. We don't want to fall out with you, but we don't need to abuse the bikes either. We've got some really nice kit now. We really have got some nice kit on the firm. And if you're looking for adventure, if you're looking for a great motorcycle holiday, you can come and try several different bikes, all of the top brands, Triumphs, Moto Guzzi, Ducatis, Harley Davidsons. This is the one that's just been added onto the firm. And, you know, we're proud of the fleet now, we really are. So, get yourselves over. Tenerife is a motorcycle heaven, it really is.